Have you ever made a big decision and only years later felt that quiet tug of regret? I want to tell you about my neighbor Jerry. He retired at 60, full of dreams. Fishing trips, road adventures, mornings with no alarm clock. For a while, it was beautiful, but 2 years later, Jerry wasn't smiling much anymore. He missed the sense of purpose he once had. The days felt long, and somehow, he felt smaller inside. Jerry once said to me, "I thought I was buying freedom. I didn't know I was selling my meaning." If you're thinking about retirement, or you've already taken that step, this video is for you. Today, I'll share 5 costly mistakes I wish someone had warned Jerry and me about. Stay with me, because mistake number 5 is something almost no one talks about, yet it makes all the difference. As the old saying goes, it's never too late to build a life you're proud of. Let's begin. Mistake number 1, underestimating the power of daily structure. Have you ever wondered what gives a day its shape? Is it the appointments on the calendar? The small tasks we barely think about, like making coffee at 7 a.m., checking the mailbox at noon. When Jerry retired, he thought freedom meant no more schedules, no alarms, no meetings, no to-do lists. At first, it felt amazing. Sleeping in, long breakfasts, reading the newspaper front to back. But after a few months, something shifted. The days started to blur together. Without small anchors to hold on to, time felt strange, almost slippery. Some mornings, Jerry found himself still in pajamas at noon and feeling lost. Here's why this matters. Experts at Harvard Health say that having regular daily routines keeps our mind sharp, lifts our mood, and even supports heart health. Structure isn't about control. It's about creating little pockets of meaning. It's like building a ladder across the ocean. Without steps to climb, we drift and feel adrift. Take Susan, 67, from Michigan. When she retired, she didn't realize how much she missed her morning coffee walks. After months of feeling tired and sad, her doctor suggested something simple: rebuild a gentle daily schedule. Now, every morning at 8:30, Susan walks to the park with her dog Lily. Every Wednesday afternoon, she paints with her art group. Fridays are for phone calls with her grandkids. They're small things, but they give her days a rhythm, and her heart a quiet kind of joy. So what can you do? Set a simple wake-up time, even if you don't have anywhere you must be. Plan 2 to 3 tiny activities each day: a walk, a book chapter, a 10-minute stretch. Mark your week with anchor events, like grocery runs on Tuesdays, movie night Fridays. Think of your schedule like a garden. A little structure lets beautiful things grow. Picture this: an old wooden clock ticking softly in the kitchen, the sound of the coffee pot bubbling, the smell of fresh toast. These simple routines tell your body and mind, you're home, you're safe, this day matters. Have you found any little routines that give your day meaning? Share one in the comments. You might inspire someone else too. Coming up next, the second mistake app, one that quietly steals away friendships without you even noticing. Mistake number 2, letting relationships fade away. Have you ever realized you lost touch with someone without even meaning to? Maybe it was a neighbor you used to chat with at the mailbox, a friend from work you always meant to call, family you kept saying you'd visit soon. When Jerry retired, he was relieved to leave behind office politics and deadlines. He thought he'd stay close to his work friends. After all, they had spent years together. But weeks turned into months. The phone didn't ring as often. Old friends stayed busy with their own routines. And Jerry, well, he wasn't sure when or if it was okay to reach out. Soon, the silence became a habit, a heavy one. Here's why this matters. According to the Mayo Clinic, social connection isn't just good for your mood, it can literally add years to your life. People with strong social ties have lower risks of depression, heart disease, and even dementia. Loneliness, on the other hand, is as harmful to health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. It's not about how many friends you have. It's about having a few people you can truly share life with. Take Marlene, 72, from Georgia. When she noticed her circle shrinking after retirement, she made a brave decision. Every Sunday afternoon, she called one friend, just to catch up, no agenda. At first, it felt awkward. Some calls were short. But over time, her connections deepened. Now, Marlene has a Sunday circle of 5 friends she speaks with regularly. She says, "Those little chats remind me that I still matter, and that they do too." So what can you do? Schedule connection time, a call, a coffee, even a short text. Join a group, a book club, walking group, or community class. Be the one who reaches out first. Don't wait for others. Think of friendships like a garden. If you don't water them, they quietly wither. But a little attention, and they bloom. Picture this: 2 rocking chairs on a porch, mugs of warm tea in hand, laughter floating on a soft evening breeze. Those simple moments don't happen by accident. They are built, one small act of reaching out at a time. Is there someone you've been meaning to reconnect with? Maybe today's the day to send that message. Tell us in the comments. Who comes to mind? Coming up next, mistake 3, a hidden trap that can make retirement feel smaller than life should be. Mistake number 3, shrinking your world too much. Have you ever noticed how easy it is for life to become smaller without meaning to? Maybe you stop going as far from home. Maybe you stick to the same few places: the grocery store, the pharmacy, your living room. It feels safe. It feels simple. But slowly, almost without noticing, the walls of life start closing in. That's what happened to Jerry. After retiring, he spent more and more time at home. He told himself he liked the peace. But after a while, peace started to feel like isolation. Whole weeks passed where the only face he saw was the mail carrier, the world outside, new parks, new faces, new ideas. It all seemed distant. Jerry said, "I didn't know how much I missed being curious until one day I realized I wasn't curious at all anymore." Here's why this matters. The CDC reminds us, staying mentally and physically active helps prevent memory loss, depression, and even certain chronic illnesses. When we keep exploring, our brains stay alive. It's not about big adventures. It's about staying open to life, even in small ways. Let me tell you about Harold, 74, from Oregon. After retirement, he made a rule for himself. Once a week, try something new. One week, he tried a Tai Chi class at the community center. Another week, he drove to a new walking trail 2 towns over. Last month, he even learned to bake homemade bread. After watching a YouTube video, Harold says, "It's not about being good at new things. It's about remembering that life is still full of first times." So what can you do? Set a new experience day once a week. Visit a new cafe, watch a documentary, take a different route home. Join a local group, photography clubs, volunteer teams, gardening circles. Learn something small, a recipe, a song, a dance, a piece of history. Think of it like keeping a window open. Fresh air and fresh life can still come in. Picture this: a well-worn map on the kitchen table, a finger tracing new paths you haven't walked yet, a heart beating just a little faster, not from fear, but from wonder. What's one new thing you might like to try this month? Share it in the comments. You might inspire a whole journey for someone else. Coming up next, mistake number 4. Something that touches your health in ways you might not even feel until it's almost too late. Mistake number 4. Ignoring subtle health changes. Have you ever brushed off a small health change, thinking, it's probably nothing? Maybe your sleep feels lighter. Maybe food doesn't taste quite the same. Maybe you feel a little more tired climbing the stairs. It's easy to tell yourself, that's just getting older. That's what Jerry thought too. When he started feeling more tired in the afternoons, he didn't think much of it. When he noticed he wasn't as hungry at dinner, he shrugged it off. When small aches stuck around longer than before, he told himself, "I'm fine, I'm just slowing down." But behind those small signs, bigger things were stirring. Here's why this matters. According to the National Institute on Aging, small, subtle symptoms often signal bigger health issues early on. Things like heart problems, diabetes, or early memory loss. Catching them early makes a world of difference. It's like seeing a tiny crack in the foundation of a house. If you fix it soon, everything stays strong. If you ignore it, the whole house can start to shift. Let me share Mary's story. She's 69, from Pennsylvania. Mary always prided herself on being independent. When she started feeling breathless while gardening, she thought, "I'm just a little out of shape." Months later, during a routine checkup, her doctor found early signs of heart disease. Because they caught it early, with simple changes, a walking plan, a few medications, Mary turned her health around. Today, she still gardens, still laughs, still lives fully. And she often says, "Listening to my body saved my life." So what can you do? Keep a small health journal. Note changes in sleep, appetite, energy, or mood. Have regular checkups, even if you feel mostly fine. Speak up. No symptom is too small to mention to your doctor. Think of your body like an old, safe tree. Trusted car. Small squeaks and rattles matter. A little attention can keep it running beautifully for years. Picture this: an old leather notebook on the nightstand. A quiet moment each evening, jotting down how you feel. A simple act of respect for the life you've built and the life still ahead. When was the last time you did a full health check-in with yourself? Maybe tonight. Take 5 minutes and listen gently. Your body has stories to tell. Coming up next, mistake number 5, the final one, and maybe the most surprising of all. It's the mistake that can quietly steal the deepest joy from your retirement if you're not careful. Mistake number 5, losing your sense of purpose. Have you ever woken up and wondered, what am I even getting up for? When the routines of work, family, and busy days fade away, sometimes so does the sense of being needed. The calendar looks empty. The days stretch wide and quiet. Jerry felt it too. At first, retirement was a relief. No alarms, no meetings, no rush. But after a few months, a different feeling crept in. A kind of quiet sadness. A sense that he was invisible. Jerry said, "I had all this time, but without a reason to use it, it felt heavy instead of free." Here's why this matters. Studies from Harvard have shown that having a purpose, even a small one, dramatically improves health, happiness, and even longevity. It boosts the immune system. It reduces the risk of Alzheimer's. It strengthens the heart. Purpose isn't about grand achievements. It's about having a reason, however small, to look forward to each day. Let me tell you about Ruth, 70, from Ohio. After retiring, Ruth felt lost until she started tutoring kids in her neighborhood after school. Just a few hours a week. One day, a boy named Marcus handed her a crayon drawing and said, "You're my favorite part of the day." Ruth still keeps that drawing on her fridge. "It reminded me," she says, "that being needed never has to end. It just looks different now." So what can you do? Find a small mission: volunteering, mentoring, writing letters, planting a garden. Set tiny goals: a daily walk, a creative project, learning something new. Remember, you don't have to change the whole world. Touching one life, even your own, is enough. Purpose is like a candle. It doesn't have to burn big to light up a room. It just has to be kept alive. Picture this: an old kitchen table, a journal with a few scribbled dreams, the soft glow of morning light, a heart that still has so much to give and so much still to receive. What gives you a little spark right now? A hobby, a memory, a hope? Share it in the comments. You never know who you might inspire. Coming up next, in the final part, we're going to step back and see what all of this really means, not just for today, but for every tomorrow you still have ahead. Closing reflection. 5 mistakes. 5 lessons learned not in fear, but in love, for the life that still stretches ahead. Maybe today you saw a little of yourself in Jerry or Ruth or Harold. Maybe you realized it's never too late to listen to your life, to widen your world again, to catch the small changes before they grow, to hold on tight to your beautiful sense of purpose. Because the truth is, retirement isn't the end of your story, it's a brand new chapter. And you hold the pen. Picture a well-worn photo album. There's a blank page waiting. It's yours to fill. Not with what you used to be, but with everything you still are, and everything you're still becoming. So today, I invite you. Choose one small thing to nurture your health, your curiosity, or your spirit. Write it down, and take the first little step, even if it's just opening your heart to the idea. Because you deserve a retirement that's not just long, but full. Comment below, what's one small action you're ready to take this week? I would love to hear it, and so would everyone walking this journey with you. Don't forget to subscribe for more gentle, powerful conversations like this. And if you're ready for the next step, watch this video about 5 habits that quietly extend your life after 65. It might just change the way you see tomorrow. Your best days aren't behind you. They're still unfolding, one beautiful choice at a time.